Hi everyone, Luna here, and this is a video response to 10 things that make me feel like a powerful, I don't remember the exact words, but pretty much make me feel witchy. And it's Kellyanne Maddox did 13 things that make her feel like a powerful witch. And I thought that was a great topic. So I didn't think up of 13, but I did think up of 12. And the first one for me is music. So I have very bad anxiety, and music that calms me is actually Gregorian chants. I've been listening to Gregorian chants since I was a small girl, and yes, they're basically Gregorian monks who are singing them, or nuns, but even if it's Latin worship, Latin Christian worship, I always feels that it soothes me. Another type of music that I listen to is binaural beats. Put in my headphones and get different vibrations for each sound wave. And it's soothing. It makes me feel like I transcend my own body. And it's wonderful. Another thing, my second thing, is meditation, while it's either a guided meditation or just relaxing in white noise. These kind of go hand in hand. And I love the sound of rain, and I can't sleep unless I have the fan on because that white noise is very soothing. And I think that goes back to when we're in the womb and that's all we hear is just whoo. And it's just, oh, I love it. I love white noise. I love meditating. I become more self-aware, or just random shit pops up into my head. Like last night I couldn't sleep. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and all I can think of is, does Down the Rabbit Hole come before Alice in Wonderland or after? Is that where they got it from? And I couldn't fucking sleep because of it. Another one that makes me feel witchy is jewelry. Now, I haven't been wearing jewelry because I work in a warehouse where they build farm equipment, and it can snag on tools, it can snag on the actual framework. I can break something. I wear a watch and I've already scratched the face of it. So, but the vibrations of crystals really helps in soothing my anxiety and clearing my mind. My fourth one is at work. Like I said, I work in a warehouse that builds farm equipment. So the part that I work assembly line, and you know those big tractors that have those arms that spray or they harvest or something? Those are the booms. And I work in the boom section where I put those, the framework is built in sections, and then there's little bits and bobs that go in each section. And I'm one of the ones who puts those in place. And a lot of times they take U-bolts, which is a bolt that's in a U, and two sides fasten together, or just in regular bolts, but usually they come in fours. So what I do is I set it up in a clockwise direction, so that way I am manifesting. My intention is being put in this work. So like when I wanted to buy my house, I would think, okay, to bring something to me, I need to bring it clockwise. So I screw those in from left to right or clockwise. My fifth thing that makes me feel witchy is hanging around in nature at night. Now, when I lived in Austin, there wasn't a lot of nature because it was a city, but I would take late night walks with my partner, and we'd just hang out with the cat. And here, I live in the country, and it's absolutely gorgeous to be able to sit outside on your porch with the porch light off and look at the stars. And that makes me feel, I don't know how to describe it. I feel like a little ant in the universe. Another thing, which if you've been here since the beginning of my channel, you know that I was much skinnier many years ago. But things that make me feel witchy are food. They're comfort. They make me feel powerful and sometimes very full. I just had a burger and I wish I hadn't. I had way too much ice cream too. But food makes me feel powerful. It makes me, I can't cook very well. I've tried. I've almost burned the house down. The only thing I know how to make is fish. I can bake fish very yummy, and I can make very fluffy rice from scratch, and that's about it. Another thing that makes me feel powerful and witchy is affection. My kids are teenagers. A lot of them are teenagers now. 3 of them are. And while they don't always cuddle me, I can always go, I need a snuggle. And they'll get in my lap. And I'm 5 feet tall. My 15-year-old daughter is 5'10". So she doesn't fit in my lap anymore. But I fit her on there. I squish her on there and I snuggle her. And that makes me feel super powerful to be a mom. And I love the affection that I get from my kids. They still give me kisses goodnight. And they get moody. But I love affection. The 8th thing is playing with my kids. They're hilarious. They're goofy. And it gives me a sense of wonder to see them with joy. And that I am also instilling joy when we joke around and we make fun of each other. Another thing that makes me feel witchy, which is number 9, are movies. So when I'm in a mood and I feel kind of down or something, I watch The Craft. And my ex-husband makes fun of me because I watch it a lot. And it makes me feel like I'm magical. These girls are magical. I'm magical. The 10th thing that makes me feel witchy is baths. So I make maybe a bath bomb or a bath salt or something, and just relaxing in the tub makes me feel at peace. And the 11th thing that makes me feel witchy, which is an obvious thing, is my altar. When I'm feeling down, I just sit in front of my altar, and I guess this could be number 12, so maybe I do have 13, but my spell work makes me feel witchy, especially when it works. A couple years ago, I have a friend who went through a terrible divorce. Her husband was abusive, he was a drug addict, but nobody was seeing that. So I did a spell that would bring the truth into light, and when it actually was brought to the judge's attention that he was an abusive meth addict, I was just like, yes, all the synchronicities have finally gotten together. Everything's working out. Yes. And the last thing that makes me feel witchy is you guys, YouTube, and this community that we've created. I love watching, because some of you are also have your own content, and I love watching your journeys. That makes me feel witchy. That makes me feel powerful, because I see the power in you and you see the power in me, and we lift each other up, and I think that's just absolutely wonderful. So anyway, I know this is a short video. That's just the 12, 13 things that make me feel witchy. What are yours?